Welcome everyone to Parents Making an Investment. Today we're going to talk about finding the joy in parenting. And I say this because my own experience from parenting was not a joyful one, especially in the first year of my children's life. I did not really find the joy. It was a drudgery for me. And parenting actually can be a drudgery for some, and for some it can be a joy. And so today I want to talk to you about finding the joy and moving from parenting being a drudgery or a job, like I used to say, and sometimes I still say this. Sometimes I still say parenting is a job that I can't quit, a job that I can't get fired from, a job that I can't retire from. And it's not a good attitude. And honestly, it's negative. It's negative to view parenting as a job because I was actually reminded today of my experience in the first year of my child's life and how parenting is a gift. Parenting is a blessing. And the reason why I say that is that when you have an opportunity to have another life that you are granted to carry and to pour into, it is a gift. It is a gift from God up above to be able to grant us as parents the role to pour ourselves and to pour and to nurture and to take care of this little life. It's a gift. It's a blessing. And I remember when I got pregnant with my daughter, and even before that, as a single parent, I did not honestly enjoy the first year. All I felt like I did every day was wake up, feed the baby, feed him, feed her, changed his diaper, change her diaper, make sure that they're fed, make sure that they get enough rest, put her in the bouncy seat, make sure that she's dry, make sure that he's comfortable, and all those things. And so the first year of parenting for me was more like a chore. And my husband and I used to say it, honestly. We used to say this to other parents and say how the first year felt like a chore. And it wasn't only because our children were very close in age. So then it did feel like a revolving door too, because the moment that we were done doing the first year and just getting past that, past the bottle and past the diaper, here comes another baby. And yes, that was the choice that we made, that we wanted. We were hoping that our children be close age because we wanted them to be very close and have a wonderful bond and sibling bond. And so, yes, we wanted that, but we didn't know that it was going to require this revolving door of waking up, not getting enough sleep at night. Kids are still waking up. Kids are still needing a bottle. And so, and needing their back rubbed. And so therefore, we didn't know all of that because yes, the children and kids do not come with, they do not come with a handbook. And we don't know exactly how to parent until you're in there and you use sometimes your instinct and what feels right. And so we did not see parenting as a joy in the first year of our children. We actually saw it as a chore. And to me, sometimes it was a drudgery. I lost so much sleep. I went through postpartum depression. And that is no joke in itself as well. Trying to be at home by myself because my husband was working. He had went back from paternity leave, and then having now to take care of me, take care of a baby, and then take care of my emotions and to channel my emotions and to understand why I'm feeling like this and why am I having an emotional breakdown is a lot. And so today I want to encourage you because I remember, and this is why I'm encouraging you to find the joy, because there are these moments that your kids go through that you can't get back. The moment of my child rolling over, they only do that in that first stage. The moment when their back muscles are strong enough and they can pick their legs up and put their toes in their mouth. And to me, that sounds gross. Honestly, I was like, that's unsanitary. You're going to get hand, foot, and mouth. And that's my view. It was that, as opposed to, oh my goodness, my baby is so flexible. And wow, that is actually the first stages before rolling over, because then that's an indication that their back is becoming stronger. And so that means if they're able to lift up and use their stomach muscles and their core muscles to lift up their own legs and put their toes in their mouth, that means soon that their core muscles is going to be strong enough so they can roll over and now start lifting up their head and being on their stomach. So you don't have to worry about the sudden infant death syndrome and them being on their tummy. They're able to hold their head up and arch their back. And all those moments, I honestly have to tell you, I missed. I missed because I was just seeing it as a job. I missed it because to me, it was just, let me get past the first year. Let me get past these small little moments to where my child can be a little bit more independent. And that's what I looked forward to. I look forward to my kids being independent, whether it's to sit up independently, and then that way I don't have to be next to them all the time, whether it's to be crawling around, whether it's to be walking. Those are the moments I look for. But I have to honestly tell you, parents, even dads, I missed out. We did. My husband and I, we missed out on those little moments because it was just get to the next bottle feeding, get to the next diaper change, get to the next nap so I can get some time for myself. And I'm saying this to say that kids are a blessing. Your child is a blessing. Being a parent is a blessing. It is a gift. And so those moments, take advantage of those moments. Hone in on those moments. Embrace those moments. Inhale those moments. Celebrate those moments. Talk about those moments. I tell you today, talk about those moments. Because when they are gone, you can't get them back. And I'm not saying that I don't enjoy my children where they are now. I enjoy every moment of my kids. But I wish that I had seen it early. I wish I had seen that my children were a blessing early. To be able to celebrate the rollover moments. To be able to celebrate your lifting up your head by yourself moment. To be able to celebrate your scooting and you're doing that combat crawl moments. I wish I had taken advantage and recognized early that it's a blessing and it's not a curse and it's a joy. And so parents, I'm imploring you and I'm encouraging you and I'm stressing to you, take advantage of those moments and just absorb those moments, because those moments propel your children to be strong physically, to be independent. And so when we move away from those moments and our children have to draw and try to be independent on their own, they shut down emotionally. They get quiet because they're crying and no one comes. We don't come. We ignore the crying, especially if you have gone through postpartum depression. You shut out that crying that your children go through because you're trying to deal with your own emotion. And I'm not saying, because honestly, postpartum is not something that sometimes we have control over when it happens. You need help. I know I went through it. And before I left the hospital with my last child, I said, call me. Call me every day to make sure I'm dressed. Call me every day to make sure that I ate something. Call me every day to ask me how I'm feeling. Because I knew that that's a scary place to be. It's a dangerous place to get to. And in the midst of going through depression, you forget about that gift. You forget about that blessing that you have been granted, that you've been given, and to take care of it and to pour into that blessing, which is your child. And so I'm saying today that those moments, find the joy wherever you are in your parenting stage path, on your parenting path. Find the joy. Find the joy of your child wherever they are. Turn off your phone. You can leave that text. You can leave that email. When they come home, it's time for one-on-one. It's time for undivided attention. You have to know how to balance your work life and also your parenting. It's not another job. Let us stop seeing it as a job, punching out and checking in and needing to have a transition moment from your kids. It's not a job. Let's stop seeing it. I'm guilty of that myself. And this is why I come on here to share with you. Let us find the joy. Put things and tell people, after 3 o'clock, I'm done. It's time to get my kids. It is time to find out how their day was and to capitalize on that moment of being with them. And even if it's just to read with them, even if it's to make Play-Doh with them, like what my daughter wanted to do yesterday. I asked her, well, what do you want to do? And she wanted to make moon sand. Those little things, they remember. They take it with them and they value it. And believe it or not, they take it and they remember those moments of us being there with them, being there for them. And they also remember the moments of us not being there, when they had to do it by themselves, when they had to figure it out for themselves, when they had to get the chair to get things down to fix themselves breakfast. Because we were too busy, because we are so caught up into us. And some of us, honestly, I have to say, some of us as parents, we still trying to do us. We trying to still do us and spend time with us and make sure that we are up to par and our hair and slay and everything. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing that looking our best is not the best thing and it's not a good idea. I do the same thing too. And so therefore, I'm not bashing. Don't take it as bashing. But I'm saying that our priorities have to sometimes change in order to find the joy and to see our children as gifts that are given to us. I remember, I'm going to share one last thing. I remember when I became pregnant with my first daughter and I gained a lot of weight. I gained about 30 pounds. I was 159 in my last trimester, and my legs were rubbing together and it was just uncomfortable. There was a lot of uncomfortable moments. I couldn't even tie my shoes. And I remember complaining. And I also remember God saying to me that I was so selfish because there were other parents, there were other moms that did not have the ability that I had. They did not have the opportunity and will not have the opportunity that I had to carry a child full term. And all I was doing is complaining in a temporary situation. And I felt so bad that I started to cry. And I had to start seeing in those moments, the joy of being able to carry another life within me, to feel the movement of another life, and to hear on the monitor another heartbeat coming from me. It is a gift, moms. It is a gift, dads, grandmas, grandpas. It is a gift. It is a blessing and not a curse. So I remind you, and I want to implore you today, find the joy. You can see those moments as joys, as opportunities, as blessings, and write it down. When they reach a new milestone, write it down. Date it if you have to, so you can remember the gift that you have been given today. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I want to partner with you to encourage you and for you to encourage me along this parenting path. So please subscribe so that way we can stay connected and we can raise our children today for tomorrow.